Super Bowl 52, Eagles versus Patriots. It's going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I feel bad for the residents of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Maybe it's just
Do you,
me.
though? Do you feel bad for them, though?
I mean, dude, they seem like nice people on TV.
I mean, yeah.
And then you have Philadelphia fans walking in there, just causing a ruckus. I like that word. Ruckus. Causing a ruckus, breaking stuff, screaming bloody murder about anything. And then, Patriots fans are not that bad. But, I mean, we have our moments, too. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, the thing is, the Eagles were underdogs, and then they smashed the Vikings. So you can't really blame Philly fans for going crazy, man.
No, it's the walk into the game though. That's what bothers me. You've seen the videos of like the Philly fans. This girl took a video on her phone walking into Central Link, or the Lincoln Financial Field, excuse me, in Philadelphia, and has her phone, and people were screaming like "F you" and like "F the Vikings." I've seen other videos of people like they're getting in their face, by the way, too, throwing full beer cans at Vikings fans wearing Vikings jerseys walking into the stadium.
Okay, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, that's the worst fan base in football. I'm gonna go on record and say that they have the worst fan base in football.
Most loyal fan base in football. That's a better way to put it.
It's the most sorry fan base in football. If you're throwing full beer cans at people and your claim is that I was excited, so to be excited I have to throw full beers.
The thing is, though, I see what you're saying, but like, I mean, I remember seasons where like Philly fans were not super loyal. They weren't like, "Yay, I still love my team even though they're sucking." They were like, "F this team, I hate this team, I'm sick of this team, a bunch of losers," and booing them in the stands, yelling messed up stuff. And I get the passion, but I mean, Philly fans, I'm not saying they're the worst fan base in football, but Philly fans, you don't mess with Philly fans. If you start to lose, they are not
start
happy.
throwing punches.
They are not happy if they're
Dude,
losing.
there's a reason that the Link has a jail in the stadium. Like that's not because that like like something crazy. You just haven't. No, it happens consistently.
I mean, it embodies the city, though. If you ever been to Philadelphia, that's how our city is.
Everybody's in jail.
I'm not in jail. Everybody's just loyal. We love our team.
I suppose. I don't know. Like it's
Steelers fans are worse.
You think Steelers fans are worse?
Steelers fans are mean.
Dude, I've heard of murders happening after San Francisco and Oakland preseason games.
That's true. Man, but I just remember, I mean, Steelers fans, I've heard Steelers fans booing when people get injured on the other team. Like, that's messed up. I know it happens in other teams.
Oh,
but
it happens all over the place.
But I know, but there's just something about when the Steelers do it, just makes me freaking mad. I don't know what it is. It just
because it's sick.
Boils my blood.
Like, I stroll around, Facebook all the time, and then, like, NFL memes, they're pretty funny, but you scroll through there plenty enough, and people are like, "Oh man, I hope Brady gets hurt, and I hope Gronk's like concussed like to death."
Yeah, I saw
stuff like that.
like that.
They're sick comments. People who make those kind of comments publicly, at that matter, are the worst kind of people. Like wishing somebody else to get injured, not cool. At the end of the day,
it's just a game. At the end of the day,
it is. At the end of the day, it'd be like if I walked into your house and went like, "Man, I really don't like you. So you know what? I hope that you break both your legs fall down the stairs." Like, you're going to be like, "Well, I feel really threatened right now." Well, how do you think Rob Gronkowski feels when you're telling him, "I hope that your concussion gives you brain damage"?
It's so messed up. It doesn't matter who the player is. Like, everybody needs to just chill.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a game.
Yeah.
I mean, we all get worked up and, like, excited, upset. We might even cry. I remember when I was 7 and we lost the Super Bowl with the Giants first time. Anyway, it does happen. Like, it's just a game, but, like, you don't need to, like, wish harm upon people.
Do you think it bothers players, though? Like,
it has to bother players. I mean, like, after a while, like, I bet they just, like, whatever, like, people are just going to talk and people are going to talk. But it doesn't feel good to, like, go online and then see, "Oh, hey, I hate you," all the time. Like, people hate Tom Brady. At this point, he's been doing it for so long, I'm sure he's getting over it.
Can you imagine going online, though, and saying, like, "I hope your hand gets mangled and you can't even, like, hold a fork anymore"? That's how, like you'd be like, "What?
It's a game.
It's a game. Like, what's wrong with you?"
It's not like I walked into your house and then, like...
did something bad to you, like broke your TV. Like,
yeah, it's not like I walked in there and go, smash, like, "Go Patriots!" You know what I mean? Like, and just walked out. Like, then I don't know. That seems a little more reasonable.
Yeah.
But it's not that serious.
No.
It's a game at the end of the day. It's very entertaining, though. People get very fascinated and very livid about it. Man, Yves, I'm wearing my Super Bowl ring. Yves, you know what that feels like?
I don't know yet. I'll find out in about 2 weeks.
Hey, man, he might. And then you're going to have to eat some crow when he comes back in here.
It's okay. I got a bet with somebody in one of my classes where whoever loses has to wear the other team's jersey. like that week.
God, those are the worst.
Yeah, so I got my the cursed jersey that he's gonna have to wear. It's a Wes Welker jersey.
Yeah, Wes Welker's cursed.
Dude, I'm telling you, I swear that jersey's cursed. Like I had Shiza wearing it during the last Super Bowl 51. We got down by like obviously 25 points. She's like, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm like, I'm gonna stay here and watch the rest of this game. I was so mad. She leaves. Second half rolls around, and then we start scoring.
No, think about it. Wes Welker, every Super Bowl he's been in, they lost. They had crazy good seasons. Statistically, offense on fire. They get to the Super Bowl. Every time Wes Welker's there, they lose. He's a curse.
Didn't he win one in Denver, though?
Nope.
No.
That's
when they got smoked by Seattle.
They got smoked by Seattle.
He was never the second one?
No.
He was gone.
No,
I told you, he's a curse.
He was in like St. Louis when they were still in St.
I think he was done. I thought he was done.
He kind of like tried floating around as a free agent for a while.
Yeah, no one's picking him up.
No.
Old concussed man. Yeah,
Dude, he took some hits.
He did take some hits.
He's gonna be like 50 years old and like going, no, I gotta suit up for the game, honey. And then,
oh, don't say that.
Dude, it's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty
Concussions are very serious.
Yep.
Eagles are being touted as the underdogs. How does that make you feel? How does it feel being the underdog for like the fourth week in a row now? Like third week in a row now?
I mean, I love it. That's Philadelphia.
Do you have your underdog mask?
I got it. It's coming in the mail.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna wear it for the game.
Are you really?
I'll wear it to the
Oh
office.
man, we need to see pictures of that. Send those pictures to me. They'll go up on the Ryan Support Facebook page.
Definitely will.
Needs to happen.
But yeah, being an underdog, that's perfectly fine though. Like the record shows, we're the top seed in the NFL, best record in the NFL.
Yeah.
They should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, you understand what this entire game relies on, correct?
Nick
Dude,
Foles.
this one person could very well make or break the competition of the game at all. Like, it could either be Nick Foles has a really good game or Nick Foles cracks under the pressure. I'm hoping it's a good game as an NFL fan.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, like, as somebody who supports the Patriots, like, I mean...
here's my thing. The Patriots have always been in super tight games in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, I mean, like, heart pounding, sweating everywhere, not knowing what, like, down to the wire. I wouldn't mind it if for once
we just
the
dominated
Patriots just dominated one Super Bowl. That's all I want is one
I've never
Super Bowl
wanted
where
to
I'm not...
beat a team because of its fan base before, but I really want to beat the Eagles this year.
Man, really? They got you that riled?
Dude, I'm pretty mad. Like, you can't... Like, if I went to Philly... I'd probably fight somebody because no, it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm just saying, dude. Like people take that stuff way too seriously, and I think that's the fan base that least deserves to win a Super Bowl. Like Minnesota, I could have seen them winning a Super Bowl and deserving it, but like no, not Philly.
Man, that's harsh, Tristan.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I'm not saying that the entire fan base. Like I'm sure there's some great Eagles fans out there. I know quite a few, but. I mean, I don't know you that well, Yves. I'm just gonna. I'm sure there are plenty of great fans, and there are plenty of bad fans on all fan bases. But like, it seems like the worst of the worst end up showing up to those Eagle games, and it just reflects badly on the organization. That's how I feel.
Yeah, we have had some bad moments. I can't argue that, but
like 3 Super Bowls are worth of bad. Oh, no, sorry, 2 Super Bowls so far worth of bad moments.
I don't know if it's just because like, I don't know. I still want to make my case for Steelers fans, man. But I know some really good Steelers fans. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Let me make it like I'm sure you wouldn't be booing if somebody got hurt.
I think the group that talks the most smack is probably Steelers fans.
Steelers fans talk a lot. That's probably part of my. The Steelers
They
talk
talk
a
a
lot.
lot.
that's y'all.
No, it's not.
No,
Brady has 5 rings, best player of all
that's
time.
not talking. But that's not talking
Like,
trash
we're
about
gonna
other
beat you
teams. Like,
guys
we're gonna beat
this
you
week.
guys so bad. Like I'm telling you right now, the Eagles could totally win the game. Like I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh no, I mean like if they won, good for them.
But Steelers before the game are always talking smack.
Oh,
always talking smack.
Every Steelers fan I've ever met, they're like, "Oh man, we're gonna beat you guys finally gonna beat you guys."
Finally gonna beat you guys.
When was the last time they?
And now I'm starting
Like,
to get
08?
frustrated as a Patriots fan. Like it's starting to get to me where I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, I'm like, no, you know what? You keep talking about how you're gonna beat us and beat us and beat us, and then
never
we
do.
smack you every time.
Yeah.
Smack you.
That I have a strong case. Well, maybe not every Jets fan, but Jets fans are like, oh, okay. I met one really bad Jets fan when I was in high school.
Oh God,
I'm not going to disclose his name because in case he's like, oh man, you're saying bad things about me on air. So, but he was a Jets fan and probably the worst fan I ever met. He would always like, oh man, we're going to sweep you guys this year. We're going to win the AFC and we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, dude, you guys don't have a quarterback. Like I can't tell you who the quarterback is. Like it was like in high school, so it was like Mark Sanchez like the 4th time or like
GOAT.
Dude, yeah, the goat boat. Dude, is he like
butt fumble?
Dude, who's he on now? I thought he was with Dallas this year.
Chicago, I think.
Was he in Chicago?
I'm pretty sure he was in Chicago.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it either.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Because I remember he had like 2 seasons where he wasn't terrible, and then they went to the NFC Championship and then lost both times to the Steelers and the Colts.
How long was he with the Jets?
Like 4 years, 5 years?
I feel like it was longer.
No, it was like 4 or 5 years, I think.
Fun fact: last time the Eagles played the Patriots, Mark Sanchez was our starting quarterback, and we won that game.
I do remember that game.
I do. I remember that too.
I remember that too. Was it in New England?
Yeah, it was.
In New
Yeah,
England.
Because Gronk and Edelman were hurt.
What was scary
Yeah.
is that we still almost came back in that game.
Yeah, I know. But
Like, basically, the only thing that you guys had on us in that game was that you guys had a lead for longer than we could actually come back.
we also had like no wide receivers because Edelman got hurt.
that was, like
Amendola.
that was like my freshman year of
Yeah, but-
college too. Yeah,
No,
like
that
4 years ago.
was my it was your freshman as my sophomore year.
Yeah. Like
but
4
like
years
but like
ago.
Edelman was hurt, Gronk was hurt. I think Amendola was even hurt. Like we didn't have anybody out there. But let me see. Oh, Mark Sanchez right now or this in 2016 he was with Dallas. I don't think he's with anybody. This
No,
year.
he's free agent.
Yeah, but Dallas was
Dude,
the last.
somebody sign him, man. He's the greatest. He's the
Oh,
greatest, dude.
God.
He's whatever.
His career's done. It's over. There's so
He'll
many.
be a good backup somewhere.
No, there's better backup quarterbacks now. I feel like.
Who's better at backing up? Colin Kaepernick. I mean, he's obviously better at backing up.
Oh my God.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Nick
great
Foles,
backup.
a
Dude, after this
starter.
season, I bet you after this season he's gonna get traded because of Carson Wentz, and then he's gonna get traded. And he's gonna start somewhere.
I'd start him.
Nick Foles isn't
Yeah.
leaving.
I mean, what team do you think he would actually go for him though? Like, what team do you seriously think if he doesn't leave Philly, or excuse me, if he leaves Philly, where would
Which I
he go?
think he would leave. You know what? I think if
Considering the resume he's
got
building
it.
up.
If Kirk Cousins leaves, Nick Foles could go to the Redskins.
No, look, I had this thing about the Redskins. I don't think anybody wants to go to Washington.
Well, no, but Nick Foles doesn't
Like you
exactly
get,
have
like
options.
you get drafted by the Redskins.
Yeah, but Nick Foles doesn't have like a large amount of options here. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the Jets.
Sure.
Maybe the Jets. He could go to the Jets.
The Jets maybe.
Nick Foles.
Especially like, what if he wins?
He's not. He's not leaving.
Like, let's say for instance they actually win
what
with
if he
Nick Foles,
wins with
and
Nick-
then he becomes a free agent for some reason, and then goes to the Jets.
I think they'd let him go though because Carson Wentz is so
So good.
He's so good, man. You don't want.
But then
Nick
your
Foles.
backup is Nate Sudfeld.
Do you want Nick Foles or
Man, Nick
Carson
Foles still
Wentz?
has one more year under contract, and like I said, he's no reason to leave. When he left Philly,
Are you sure? Because you know what? You know it's a lot better than backup money, starter money.
I mean,
I'll tell you what the difference is. It's about $15 million.
Yeah, it's good money.
In the NFL today.
Wentz is still on a rookie contract, so yeah, we're paying.
Also, if you just won a Super Bowl, are you gonna be happy like just sitting on the sidelines like?
Heck no.
he's making $7.1 million. Why wouldn't he be happy?
What?
Because he just won a Super. Okay, but
7.1. He makes more than Carson does.
No.
Carson's
No.
on a rookie contract still.
Oh my, you're lying.
we'll see.
That
You might
can't
be right.
true.
You might be right, but
Let's see.
here's the thing though. Like if I was him, I would tell them to trade me because if I won the Super Bowl and they were like, "You're not starting next year," I'd tell them to trade me. I
Nick
wouldn't.
Foles hasn't won anywhere besides Philadelphia.
That's true, but he hasn't really gone anywhere. He went to the Rams and they weren't very good.
Yeah, he was under Jeff Fisher's system. Jeff Fisher's
Yeah.
renowned
See what I mean?
for ruining quarterbacks.
Yeah, like,
unless
we
your
don't-
name is Steve McNair.
He's
Yeah.
wrong with Vince Young.
Let's see.
So I mean, I'm just saying. Like I've always thought that Nick Foles was a good quarterback. When
Nick
I heard he was
Foles
starting, I went, "Oh,
this
they could go."
season $7.6 million.
How much is Carson Wentz making?
Oh, he's making 7.6. Yeah, they both make the same.
Like the same? Okay.
Yeah.
You can't. I wouldn't keep both of them. I'd trade Nick Foles for somebody. If I was the Eagles, I would trade him for somebody.
So yeah, his dead cap is 5.4, and then Carson's is $15 million.
Ooh. If Redskins or Jets, I think would be a good fit for him. Either of those.
I don't know, man.
They both need quarterbacks.
I just think that there's something about Washington. Nobody wants to go there. Like, you think about this.
That's true.
Like, there's very few guys who end up staying there when they get the chance.
That's
and
true.
then there's the guys who go into Washington are guys who get traded there, or guys who
Drafted.
or they're paying them a ton of money. You know what I mean? Like, there's very few guys who stay.
Drafted
or
a ton
you're
of money,
or you're like
yeah.
an older free agent, and they're like, hey, come play for us because you still have some talent. You know what I mean? That's usually the kind of roster they
You're
have.
right. Actually, no one's clamoring to go to Washington.
No,
You're
like,
right.
dude, Kirk Cousins does not want.
I know he wants to leave, and he's doing great there. Like
Exactly.
and he's like trade me. It's like
There's
whoa.
obviously a problem with the management. I
Yeah,
don't
the
think I don't even
management's
think it's Jay. I don't even think
No,
it's Jay Gruden.
I think it's the management.
It has to be management and ownership. Like either
Must be.
Yeah, that's the only reason why people wouldn't stay. Like Josh Norman's there because he's getting a boatload of money. Think about that. Albert Hainsworth wouldn't have gone to Washington unless they were paying him $100 million.
True.
They overpay for guys, and that's why people go there because they think they're going to overpay and they're going to win a Super Bowl. The farthest they ever get is like the wild card round.
Pierre Garçon went. Does that count for anything?
Pierre was old though too. Well, he wasn't old, but he was like
He was a top 10 receiver when he left.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
I wouldn't say he was top 10.
He was in top 10.
He was with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning makes other players better. Remember
That-
Reggie Wayne without Peyton Manning?
That is true.
Yeah.
But who was his
I mean, Marvin
quarterback?
Harrison was great. He's a Hall of Famer. But I
Right.
mean, just imagine the kind of career Marvin would have had without Peyton. They worked well together, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Peyton Manning made guys' careers. Like Dallas Clark left the Colts and went to Tampa Bay, and they gave him like $12 million,
True.
something like that. They gave him a boatload of money. He was also at the end of his career, but he made a good amount of money outside of Indianapolis.
But getting back to Nick Foles, like, how do you think Nick Foles is going to do?
In the
In
Super Bowl,
how do you think is he going to crack? Is he going to do really well? Is he going to do average?
He's coming in with a lot of confidence. I'll say that much. Against Minnesota, one of the best defenses. Excuse me, the best defense in football this year.
Until that game.
Smoked him.
Until that
game, yeah, smoked him though. That's got to do a lot for your confidence.
But was it more Nick Foles or was it more the Vikings defense falling apart?
I think it actually was that secondary. They looked like there was a lot of mistakes. They looked tired against New Orleans. They had to put it all out there to barely win that game, literally.
Yeah.
Just think about that. It takes a lot of effort to do a comeback like that.
Yeah.
And there's very few teams who can rebound.
I'm a Nick Foles champion, but that defense did not look like themselves.
That's Nick Foles Nick Foles played a good game though.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but the defense also stepped up too. You got to think about that. Like the Eagles defense stepped up to shut down Case Keenum and the rest of that offense. That offense isn't bad. Think about that too.
I still don't like Case Keenum very much.
I know. We're gonna have conversations about this in the
I
future.
still don't like Case Keenum though. I still wouldn't want him as my quarterback.
So signing the free agent next year, are you signing Case or are you signing Nick Foles?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good
That's
question.
a really good question.
I mean,
I know my answer.
it's Nick Foles.
I would rather take Nick Foles, actually. I think I'd rather take Nick Foles. I feel like Nick Foles
I've only
is better.
seen one good season out of Case Keenum, and it's this season.
I think I've seen. Well, Nick Foles, I feel like he's played him. Now he's going to the Super Bowl, man. He's gonna have more experience. I'd take Nick Foles personally.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
still.
probably
I mean,
I'd probably take Nick. That's
Yeah.
a fair assumption.
I'd take Nick Foles.
Do you guys? Let me see. So the Eagles are underdogs. The Patriots, Tom Brady, the Super Bowl for the 8th time since 2001. Think about that mark. The rematch Super Bowl 39. Think about this.
Oh my God.
Super Bowl 39 was, let's do the math here. That was how many years ago?
2004. So
That would have been 13 years. It's been 13 years.
13 or 14. Yeah.
The seasons though,
13.
like yeah.
13.
So that was the
It's been 13
that was the 2004
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
the
13
game
years.
was
It's been
that
13 years.
Yeah, it's been 13 years since that.
Oh my God.
Nobody in Philly, I don't even think the ownership's the same.
No one. I don't think.
No one in Philly is still there.
But the Patriots
Still have Tom and Bill
and Kraft.
and Kraft. But I mean, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
gimme.
Yeah.
Doug Peterson's still there. Although he was a tight ends coach back in the
No,
first Super Bowl.
back then was he? I don't know. Was he a player
He was a tight ends coach.
He was.
Or,
I'm
excuse
pretty
me, the quarterback's coach. Excuse me.
with Andy?
Yeah, it's the quarterback's coach. And
And then he left. He left with Andy, and then he came back
Came-
and
yeah.
took the head coaching job. Yeah, he did. He left with Andy to go to Kansas City. He did.
Right. I remember when he got hired. I was on this show saying I don't think Doug Peterson's going to do very well because Andy
He's fantastic.
Reid is always known for. I assumed that Andy was always making the offensive calls, but dude, he's coming out.
No, he's fantastic.
He's killing it.
Would you rather have him or Dan Quinn? That's a good question.
We'll see after the Super Bowl.
Peterson calls great games though. He calls games for his players.
I'd take Peterson.
I don't know. I'd take Quinn.
Like the way he adjusted from Carson to Nick Foles.
That's insane. That's insane that he's able to do that. That just shows amazing coaching. That's part of the reason why I'm nervous. Like Peterson's an amazing coach. He is. He's fantastic. So he's done a great job.
Sorry, she's just locked out. I'm gonna have to go run out and get her.
We can talk. That's all right.
I don't know. Would you rather have Kyle Shanahan or Doug Peterson? Because Kyle Shanahan is the reason why Atlanta made the Super Bowl last year. I mean, Dan Quinn's a great defensive coach, but that offense was amazing.
I haven't seen Kyle Shanahan take a team on his, coaching team to the
Isn't
Super
he in
Bowl.
LA right now? Right
San
now?
Francisco.
He's
yeah.
San Francisco head coach. Yeah, but I haven't seen him take a team to the Super Bowl like on his own. I've seen Peterson do it just now. I'm taking Peterson.
Yeah. Let's see.
Consistency.
What's the next on the docket? Rematch Super Bowl 39, though.
We should have won that.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
If McNabb didn't get sick,
He threw up on the field. That's something apparently that actually
I
happened.
know, but no. Sorry, dude.
T.O. had a broken foot and he was still out there playing.
Wow. And they
10
still
catches,
lost.
over 130 yards.
Okay.
Didn't win the
we
game.
did lose.
Still didn't
That's-
win the game.
Didn't win the game.
I'm still a little upset about that.
Well, now the Eagles have a chance to win.
You're right.
Yeah, they do. Let's see. Trend. They beat Philly last time to cap off the basically the cap off the dynasty. Like 3 of 4, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This would be, again, 3 of 4 within 4 years.
I know, that'd be insane. It'd be a repeat. The thing is, though, it's funny, because that Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl, that's the first Super Bowl I remember watching when I was a little kid. Because my dad is from New Jersey.
Yeah.
My mom's from Connecticut. So, like no one in my house is super into football, like my grandma is, and then I am, but, like, I just remember, like, my dad was rooting for the Eagles, my mom was rooting for the Patriots, and I just picked the Patriots. I thought the jerseys I liked the color better, so I picked the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only reason I'm a Patriots fan today is because I was like, oh, well, mom's rooting for the Patriots, and so cool, I'm a Patriots fan now.
Yeah.
I was born in New Jersey.
It happens,
too,
Jersey.
Anyway. Oh, come on. There's nothing wrong with New Jersey. Nothing wrong with New Jersey. I like New Jersey. Love New Jersey, actually.
Jersey Shore.
Well, yeah, that's not Jersey.
That's not Jersey? I mean, it sounds like Jersey. Jersey's in the name. No. Well, I was having a discussion with people today. Where's Old Jersey?
Oh, my God. It's in England, probably. I'm going to assume it's in England. It's true, because New York is in England.
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you
No,
mean?
no.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, you get
no,
so.
No. It was I remember somebody said he was like the Duke of York or something like that, and then came over to what is now New York.
York is a place in England. Yeah, it's a city.
Because it was the Duke of York at some point, though. Then it
I
became
mean,
a thing. I don't do history, man.
Yeah, clearly.
Unless it's the NFL.
You know the Dutch founded New York, the
yeah,
colony.
I know that.
Yeah.
I do know that. We're getting through it in history class.
Okay, anyways, back to the Patriots and the Eagles.
Let's see. Eagles. Foles and the rest of the Eagles have played marvelous against the Vikings in the NFC Championship. They look like a complete team to me. But, like I said, this entire thing is relying upon Nick Foles. It really is. You got to think about pressure. It's not just that you're playing in the Super Bowl. Not just that you're the backup. You had a great game.
God.
But, on top of that, if you do not play well, because you know Tom's going to play well.
It's all your fault.
You
it's
are
all
you
your
are the
fault.
reason why not.
Because Philly fans would say, oh, if we had Carson Wentz, we would have won that game.
Exactly.
It's inevitable.
That's exactly what they would say.
That is true.
Yeah.
I mean, would you rather have Carson or Foles playing right now?
Carson.
Carson's MVP.
Carson, exactly.
If it was
Hands
Carson
down.
Wentz, I'd tell you we might lose that game for really. I'm like, oh
yeah.
man, there's like
Carson's dynamic. He kind of reminds me of Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see
Just
that.
as injury prone.
No, seriously, if you guys had honestly though, if Carson Wentz hadn't gotten injured, he'd probably be
no.
MVP right now.
Yeah,
He would be MVP right now.
probably.
And I mean, I would say your guys' chances of winning would jump like 10-15%.
Oh yeah, because I
For
think
me.
the favorites right now are the Patriots by like
5.5
like
points.
a 5.5 point lead.
That's insane.
I think it's like one of the biggest margins.
That's too high for my comfort. That's so high. I'm like, oh no.
You're
we're gonna
never
blow it.
comfortable watching games.
No,
though.
I'm not. But that's like really high. That's too high for me to be like, oh man.
You guys excited for the Pro Bowl?
Oh my.
No,
Dude, why has the Pro Bowl become such a joke at this point?
because it's football. It can't
Like,
be.
at least the All-Star game for the NBA is like entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, it's relatively entertaining. Like, they have the dunk contest that the NFL kind of do the skills competition. The skills competition stuff's more interesting. Like, they get to watch like dodgeball. And
I just
stuff.
think there's
don't know.
more interesting ways to do it. Like you could pair a quarterback with a receiver on like a corner and then just like run a route and see like who would get the most
Who actually
touchdowns.
get like the matchups better?
Yeah, who would get the most touchdowns or something like that. Wouldn't that be more cool if you took like Breeze and like I don't know AJ Green and then like against like Aaron Rodgers
because then you know like let's
and
imagine like a
Antonio Brown.
a free agent scenario happens, something like
Yeah.
that.
No.
Like Drew Brees could very well become a free agent this year.
I know, but if you took Aaron Rodgers, gave him Antonio Brown, and then you gave Drew Brees, AJ Green, and you said, "Go, you two, like let's see who can get the most touchdowns," and they just kept going
Against
to
like
one.
against like who at corner?
I don't know, man.
Chris Harris Jr. and
So,
like Akeem Talib.
but like whoever misses first would like lose, kind of thing.
Well, they
Wouldn't that
have
be
like
crazy?
skills challenges where it's like accuracy
That'd be cool.
and like how good of like a receiver and like how well can you catch.
I'm just saying, it'd be more interesting than just like the red team versus the blue team.
Well, now it's AFC NFC. I did like the fantasy draft
Yeah, the
aspect
draft
they
was
had
nice,
here.
yeah.
Like that was awesome. But like because they actually televised it, so you can see guys like when they get snubbed from getting picked, we're like, oh, that sucks. Like that's not cool. Whatever. I'm gonna get picked at some point. But like, so if you were like the last guy left, you automatically got pulled onto the other team. So let's say they drafted like 3 offensive linemen.
You know what it feels like? It's almost like getting put in the Pro Bowl is more interesting than playing in the Pro Bowl. It's like it's a recognition thing, but then the game no one cares because it doesn't matter.
I think it's also the fact that a lot of guys don't play in the Pro Bowl.
That's true.
Like, there's a lot of guys who are like, I'd rather not play in the Pro Bowl because I mean, if you win, you get like $60,000. Even if you like, as long as you play, you get like $60,000. I'm pretty sure. And like, if you win, there's some more incentives. The NFL pays for your hotel, everything.
I mean, if I had like a friend, I'm just imagining if I was
It's a trip to Orlando for like free.
I know, and if I was a friend, if I had like a friend who was also in the Pro Bowl, yeah, I'd go. That'd be fun. We can go hang out in Orlando
go with your
for a few
teammates,
weekends.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But is it worth almost getting hurt? Like,
I mean, if you're like, who was that? Was it? I think it might have been like Matt Hasselbeck or like Rex Grossman, who Sean Taylor like annihilated years ago.
yeah, remember he hit the punter. Yeah.
He was the punter. Oh
Yeah, Brian Moorman.
He annihilated that punter. Oh, rest in peace, Sean Taylor.
He never walked again.
Dude, he killed that punter. Like it was hilarious. I don't want to say it was hilarious, but it was actually pretty funny.
It was hilarious.
Because the dude tries to get the corner, trying to get like the first down, and then he doesn't even see Sean Taylor coming. Sean Taylor was all 100 miles per hour every time he touched the ball, or was like every time the ball was like in the air. Oh, if you haven't seen that play, look it up. You need to see it. It's one of the greatest hits of all time.
Oh my god.
One of the greatest hits of all time. Especially, it's probably the best player ever happened in the Pro Bowl.
Easily.
The Pro Bowl MVP is also a joke. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like okay. Well,
No, it doesn't matter.
Who actually like put in some effort? Well, here's an extra trophy.
Malcolm Butler.
Well, no, Patriots don't play in their Pro Bowl. What do
No,
you-
you're right. You're right.
They play in Super Bowls.
My
Don't you
mistake.
go?
I know. I think in 2015, I think Malcolm Butler actually did play in the Pro Bowl because they didn't go.
No,
to
they had Matthew Slater. Matthew Slater, if he gets invited to the Pro Bowl, goes.
Yeah.
I know that. Like Tom hasn't played in a Pro Bowl since 02.
02.
Actually, yeah. Well, no, it wasn't 2. It was 01 because they. Oh, yeah, it was the 02 season. That's
It was
right.
02 season.
I'm trying to think of something.
Going
else.
into 03, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only season he was in a Super Bowl
Yeah,
that time.
yeah.
And then as he got older, he was like, I don't want to play in the Pro Bowl. Like, it doesn't help me.
No. You know what we haven't talked about yet?
Who?
The Jaguars.
Oh, yeah.
We got to talk about the Jaguars.
So, conspiracy theorist or not, Yves? How bad is this show going to be? Let me know. You're going to tell me right
Conspiracy
now.
theories, but the ref was definitely in y'all hands. They played to y'all favors.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Dude,
either.
those calls were obvious. I think every call that they called on Jacksonville was like just lack of
The
discipline.
fumble call on Deion Lewis, I still don't think he fumbled the ball.
Come on.
I still
He lost. I think he lost control, but I wouldn't say definitively that Jacksonville recovers that.
Yeah, like
He hits the ground
and
with
he
the ball
still has it
against
in
him.
his
The
hand.
ball is bobbling. Miles Jacks takes
No, it's up against his side, man.
He hits the ground and everything.
Yeah,
and
like-
then he pulls it away.
And then he pulls it away, and they're like fumble.
I
and
mean,
I'm
I
like,
can understand the call on that. You know what I mean?
that's fine, but but then I'm saying like if they were so in our pockets, wouldn't they have called it that way? Because there's evidence there that it's not a fumble. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
If it was a fumble, nobody touches Miles Jack.
So you're telling me that you do think that the refs were like in favor of the Patriots. So you mean to tell me the league that pays the officials, the officials who are paid by the NFL which went on a year-long witch hunt against Tom Brady for a 4-game suspension
for
that
some
signed
stupid footballs that were a little lighter when they still blew out the Colts, running the ball the entire game. That NFL organization is in the pockets of the Patriots? Like, no.
If you can't beat them, join them.
the refs have nothing to do with beating them.
Yeah.
Goodell couldn't beat Brady.
If anything,
Well, he did beat Brady. He got him
if
suspended.
anything, if you don't like the Patriots, you call every little penalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if that's your rationale, your arguments don't make any sense. Eagles fan.
No, it just sounds. It just. I just.
You can't tell
it's
me.
nuts
Look,
to
I
me.
think at the end of the day, it's a matter of success. Like teams like the Golden State Warriors, like I mean, even the Cavs a little bit, like LeBron James.
Yeah, the Cavs.
Alabama football.
Yeah.
Like UConn's women's basketball, even and
Yankees.
the New England Patriots, the New York Yankees. You hate them because they're so successful. Like after a while, people just get mad. Like imagine being an AFC team for the last 18 years.
Oh my God.
Imagine being them. 8 of those last 18 years, the Patriots have been in the Super Bowl, right? And if your name wasn't Peyton Manning or Ben Roethlisberger since 2003,
Well, yeah.
you didn't make the Super Bowl unless your name was Joe Flacco on accident. You had to play prolifically to get there. Think about that. So, of course, you can be mad if you're an AFC team, but like I don't get it. After a while, like how are teams mad at success? We look back at like the Steelers. We look back at the Cowboys of the 90s. We look back at like the Chicago Bulls,
49ers in the 80s.
the 49ers, and like, oh man, those are some great teams. Those are awesome. We loved watching them. But like as soon as the Patriots start winning, I think it's just a matter of the era.
People did. I mean, there were people that did not like those teams when they were winning, and then everybody looked back on them and was like, "Oh my God, wow!"
Like it's hard to see that kind of success again. Honestly, I don't think we'll ever see this kind of success again.
I mean, it's nuts.
For the New England Patriots.
18
It's not like the Steelers. Like the Steelers won 4 Super Bowls in the 70s, right? They won 4 of them. But it's not like they won the 4 and then continue to keep winning and going back over and over and over again. But they're a consistent organization. It's almost always there. You know what I mean? Like, at least in the hunt.
Yeah.
Like, the Cowboys for the last 20 years haven't won a playoff game.
That's so
Or they
crazy.
won one. Excuse me. They haven't won more than a playoff game.
You hate the Cowboys?
Not anymore. They're no threat to us.
Oh,
There's no need to hate
What
the
is he
Cowboys.
doing?
I love it. I love it.
But no, I can understand the rationale is what I'm saying. Or excuse me, I can't understand the rationale. Like, we all say we love winners. Like, people who hate the New England Patriots. People will root for the Golden State Warriors, but they'll hate the New England Patriots. I think there's something about football.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like I'm a Celtics fan. I hope we go to the finals this year. Like,
But I
that's the
still
team-
respect the
I respect
Warriors.
the Warriors. I respect Steve Kerr, and they're fun to watch.
Yeah. I like watching people win. I don't like watching people like play mediocre or
Like,
good for one
I don't-
season.
I don't know. Like, cocky teams, like, I wouldn't say the Warriors are cocky either. I would say that of all the teams, you could
Patriots
probably,
aren't either.
You could probably summarize. You could probably like say similarly that the Golden State Warriors are like the New England Patriots for these last 4 years.
Yeah, the Patriots aren't cocky either. I'm sorry, they're not. The players aren't cocky. You can talk about the fans all you want, but the players and the coaches aren't. All they do is go out there and go, oh yeah, they played a great game, or oh they're a great opponent. Even though you gotta know they're not. Like when they're playing the Browns, they still go out there and say they're a great team, they're a great opponent. They know they're not gonna lose to the Browns, but they still go out there and they're still respectful, right? Win or lose.
Like, I'm over this whole cheating thing.
It just
I really am.
It's getting
because at
lamer
the end
to
of the
me.
day, the whole Spygate thing. I mean, it's basically a matter of, okay, well, we didn't want you guys to film on the sidelines, and Bill kept filming on the sidelines.
And other teams did film on the sidelines. It's
Yeah,
just so happens.
and it's also like the denial of your team also doing the same kind of stuff.
Well,
Because there are other teams who have done things
No, I know.
similarly, and because it's the Patriots, though, it's
No,
an excuse.
other teams are reported to have been doing the same thing as Spygate, but what happened was the Jets coach was the defensive coordinator for the Patriots, and then he left, and he had bad blood with Bill, and so yeah, he turned on Bill. And
I'm just over this whole rationale of like you have to like say that you don't like the Patriots because you think they cheat.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers overinflates his footballs.
Yeah, but nobody cares.
Nobody gives no one cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah, you
Almost
almost slipped on it.
Almost, but
Yeah.
nobody cares, right?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I was
just
just
saying.
saying, yeah, I agree with you.
Like the most penalized team for cheating in the NFL, I believe, is like the Denver Broncos.
Wait,
Surprisingly, yeah.
Really? Wait, what?
It was like
What?
it was based off of the website Your Team Cheats.
Is that a real
It's a
website?
real website.
Your team cheats.
YourTeamCheats.com. Yep. Let's see. The most penalized team for cheating are the Denver Broncos with 53. You want to know who the runner-up is?
Patriots?
The New York Jets.
Oh, really?
Yep. The Patriots only have 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about the Eagles?
The Eagles have 22.
Okay. Okay.
Mostly like stuff like that is like tampering.
Tampering.
Like tampering, like like when you go. Oh, I think it's like free agent tampering. So like when a player's about to go into free agency, you're not supposed to be able to like actually communicate with the player
Oh,
until
but then
they're
they do.
officially a
Yeah,
free
yeah.
agent.
Well,
That kind of deal. But yeah, I'm
What
just
did the
saying,
Broncos
every
do?
team is cheated. If you're looking at what I'm looking at right now, you can take the look at the website. This isn't like promotion, but it's yourteamcheats.com. Every team has something on there. Every single team. And it's just a matter of how much media attention the media wanted to give it to. I'm just saying. So, your team cheats. Yeah, that's right. Whoever's listening, your team also cheats.
Jaguars.
The Jaguars are on there?
No, I mean we should talk about that game though.
Oh, no. I think that the dumbest thing that the Jaguars did that entire game was take the knee at the 50 with 55 seconds to go.
That was so
That's
dumb.
still plenty of time to go down the field and try to get like 3 points.
We were watching. Me and Tristan were watching it together, and we both were like, "What are they doing?
Yes.
What are they doing?"
I didn't understand what was going on.
They have 2 timeouts or 3?
They had 2 timeouts.
Oh my god! And they were almost at midfield, weren't they?
They were at like they were at the 25. So that's
So
still good
what?
enough
They
field
could
position.
still have. Yeah, they could have totally marched down the field.
That's a lack of trust in Blake Bortles. No
You-
trust in Blake Bortles at all whatsoever.
I mean, they were running fine. He went like 80% completion percentage in the first quarter.
He's right though.
and-
I think
You
you're
could
right.
tell-
Oh no, but like if I was Doug Marrone, I mean, who are your other options? Chad Henne? Like you can't. They weren't running the ball as effectively. They ran it a little better in the first half than they did the second.
You still try,
Yeah,
but you still try.
something. You have that much time left on the clock.
But you could tell in the fourth quarter, 10 minutes left, the comeback starts. Fournette's not running the ball good. Throw the ball a couple times. Don't run the ball. Three
Oh yeah,
out,
and
three
also
out,
don't
three
run
out.
it like up the middle every single
Oh
time.
my
either.
gosh! Right?
It was so repetitive. It's like we knew you. It's like the Patriots knew you were going to run up the middle every time. I'm not wrong
That's
because
true.
that's exactly what they did. They ran it up the middle every single time. It was just after the first half. Like I remember watching the game, I felt nervous because
Oh, yeah.
they were on fire. Fourth quarter rolled around, though, there was just 10 points. And that's all it took.
I mean, that Brady is just... He's
Amendola, can we please talk about how Amendola needs to be, like, the MVP of the Super Bowl?
I mean, Amendola, 2 touchdowns.
Dude, he was the MVP of the AFC Championship game. He was the MVP of the Titans game. Dude, I think Amendola's going to turn it on, like, especially for the Super Bowl. Like, he's got a touchdown in both Super Bowls he's played in with us.
What about Gronk? Is he going to be back?
Of course he's going to be back.
I think he'll be back.
Dude, I think the funniest thing is, like, how do you determine if Rob Gronkowski's concussed? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just like, I think you were saying when we were talking about when he was confirmed to concussed, like, oh, like, you know how when he's concussed, when he starts, like, reciting Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And, like, doing mathematical formulas.
Mathematical formulas, you know, he's concussed.
Dude, he's destroyed, man. He's gone. Like, that's not Gronk. Gronk's like, I catch football and I score points.
He catch football, and he's, like, out there quoting Shakespeare, you know he's concussed.
I push man down on ground and catch football. Like, that's Gronkowski.
He's a machine. I don't think he's a real person. I think he's actually a Terminator.
Dude, my favorite video before that Jacksonville game was like Tom Brady. Like they put Tom's face over Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator. So when he does the scene where he like takes off his hand, he's got the metal hand.
The metal hand.
Yeah, I saw
There's
that
the
one.
whole big deal about the
Can we
stitches on his hand.
please talk about the stitches for a minute?
Yeah, let's
because
do it.
that was ridiculous.
Go for it. Open it up.
No,
Go monologue.
It was just insane because I remember reading that he didn't go to the press conference, right? He was with the medical staff, and I was like, okay, I wonder what this could be. Mm-hmm. And then it comes out that there's something wrong with his hand, and I have never seen the media freak out so badly over nothing. Mm-hmm. Like it was just insane to me. They didn't have any information, right? They're just like, oh, he hurt his hand, and they're like, oh, what does this mean? What could this be? It was almost like they had nothing to talk about all week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they thought for sure that the Vikings were going to destroy the Eagles, so there was nothing to talk about there. They thought, oh, the Patriots are going to beat the Jags. The only way for it to be interesting was if Tom Brady was going to be injured for that game. So they just spent the entire week talking about it, and it turns out, shockingly, as we expected, there was nothing to talk about. They even came out and said multiple times, he's going to be fine, he's going to play, it's not a big deal.
I think he kind of went into the hype with the whole lean of like, I think I'll be fine.
No, they were smart for him to do that because it probably threw Jacksonville for a spin a little bit.
Oh man, we got to prepare for Brian Hoyer.
Oh no, but it was ridiculous. Just listening to them talking about it was nuts. Like, oh, he might have some stitches. I'm like, then he'll just put like this idea that like he wasn't gonna rest his hand. Like, it wasn't even that bad. It was just some stitches. I was worried he like really
like destroyed his index finger.
Yeah, like they had to pop it in, and
because they didn't give you a lot of detail. It was
back
mostly,
of the hand, right?
Yeah, it was like basically around his thumb to like the back of his knuckle of his thumb.
I thought maybe he just like really dislocated something and had to pop it back in place, and he would just put some ice on it and be fine.
Because the reports were all over the place. It was like like it was an open wound,
blood gushing.
Blood was everywhere.
Yeah, it's almost like when you get cut, you bleed.
Yeah.
Really.
I cut my thumb open when I was in like high school, like chopping potatoes, and I just threw a Band-Aid on it, and it was fine.
Moved on with your life. Yeah, it's really bizarre.
Oh no, I can't feel my thumb. Like I can't catch a football now. Like, whatever.
Question.
Yeah, go for it.
If y'all win the Super Bowl, is Brady done? Or does he come back?
No.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Because look, the thing is with Brady, he knows he's got the job security, and think about this: Tom doesn't suck.
That is true.
Tom has said, "I will retire when I suck." So if Tom starts feeling like he's not good, then he's not going to play well. He's going to retire.
You and me also talked about this. Like, they traded Jimmy, so Belichick and Kraft sat down with Tom and said, "Win or lose, are you coming back next year? Are you going to still play? Are you still good?" And he had to tell them, yes, I'm still good. And they believed him. They wouldn't have traded Jimmy if they didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Jimmy is a dog.
He is.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna get a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey next season if he keeps winning. He hasn't.
He's undefeated.
You didn't believe. Sam didn't believe me when I told him that Jimmy Garoppolo as a starter has never lost a game.
Never lost a game.
Not a single game, which is mind-boggling in 7 starts at the NFL level.
No, like my jaw dropped when you showed me that. I was like,
and going into a system with like a limited playbook in San Francisco.
I thought he lost like one game with San Francisco or something.
No.
No. Oh my God.
No, they started off terrible. And I
Terrible
think the only thing that sucks for San Francisco is that like if you were hoping you're going to get somebody high in the draft, like Saquon Barkley or somebody, you're not going to get him. But you have a lot of hope at quarterback.
You got a franchise quarterback now.
Dude, Jimmy, they're going to build that franchise around Jimmy.
They should.
They should, because he's young, he's good. I have him on my Madden team. He's awesome. He really is good. Especially if you couple him with Rob Gronkowski. 29 touchdowns in a season. Let's go.
Yeah, Tristan's doing
A franchise. I
Franchise.
lost in the playoffs, though. Madden 18's hard.
I've never seen. I just gotta bring this up. You threw so many.
Oh, no.
picks.
I was still getting used to the game.
I know, but
I threw
my
5 interceptions.
God.
I like doing fantasy draft. Get off my back.
Oh my God, you threw so.
I had Antonio Brown on my team and still threw 5 interceptions.
He lost.
Right, how?
He lost the season though. He lost the season for his team. You
Oh,
did.
yeah. Yeah,
You
I
did.
lost in the AFC Championship. I was up by like 20 and then
He
threw
threw
5 interceptions and then lost the game.
No, you threw. You threw 2 pick sixes.
I threw 2 pick sixes. Yeah.
One is why I lost.
2
the
of
game.
them were pick sixes. And then, yeah, one is definitely why I lost the game.
You threw so many pick sixes.
I had a game where I threw 2 pick sixes to defensive linemen. I'm not kidding.
I know.
It was hilarious.
Man.
I can't like stop laughing.
Drew
Like, laughing.
Brees to Antonio Brown. You're throwing picks all over the field. It's just nuts to me.
Dude, because it's hard to throw.
It does seem
Unless
a
you
lot
have
harder.
Rob Gronkowski. He's a beast.
You just throw it at him. He'll catch it.
He
It's
does.
nuts. I know. It's nuts.
Scary. Like, he's a cheat code in Madden. He really is.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown will catch anything too, though. But he has to actually put his hands on it. Like, if he gets like a single hand on it, he might not catch it. But anyway, we're not talking about Madden on this show. As much as I do enjoy Madden.
Tom
Let's
Brady's
see.
goat.
Keys for the game. I think the keys for the Patriots. You got to disrupt the flow of Nick Foles. Do not, for any reason, let him get comfy there. Because if he does, we can see what he can do.
I feel like this is going to come down to our secondary versus their wide receivers.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, besides Alshon, they don't really have anybody elite in the receiving.
they've
core
got
either. I mean, Zach Ertz is pretty good.
I was gonna say
Second
they have
best
Ertz.
tight end in the league.
That's not the best tight end in the league.
Second. He
best.
said second
Second.
best.
He's not even the second. Zach Ertz is not the second best tight end.
Kelsey's.
Travis Kelsey, Jimmy Graham. Then I'd maybe consider Zach Ertz.
I think I'd
think
take Ertz over.
Gronk.
Oh no, I'd take
And then
Jimmy
maybe
Graham.
Kelsey and Ertz.
I think those are the top 3 too. Actually.
Graham can block.
I mean, Eifert when he's healthy is really good too.
When he's healthy.
He's missed 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, dude, sorry, but no,
I like
Ertz
Taylor
is going to be a matchup nightmare. Well, it's not.
Oh no, I'm not negating that.
That's
but
what I mean. I think it's gonna
of
come
all
down-
the people who can cover him, it's not Patrick Chung. It's
No.
probably going to be Devin McCourty. I think you can
Gilmore
cover
maybe.
him.
Gilmore's pretty tall. I'm just saying.
Do you put Gilmore 1-on-1 with
Ertz?
Zach Ertz the entire game though?
I mean, I'm not Bill Belichick or Matt Patricia. I don't know.
I mean, the Jaguars put Ramsey all over Gronk, and Gronk didn't have a very good game in the AFC Championship.
Well, he was barely in it. I mean, when Brady
he
didn't
got
start
hurt in
throwing-
the second quarter,
To be
but
fair, Brady
even-
didn't start throwing the ball until the second quarter. You and me
Yeah.
talked about it. And when he did, he was making catches. I mean, he was missing some, but he was making some too.
or
and then
getting
he
his
got hurt.
hand on the ball,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
he was making some gains.
Dude, he got targeted over the middle.
Oh man.
Dude, if it just to me looked like targeting.
You think so?
I think so because in the NFL level, like I think that Church had enough room to actually like put his shoulder into.
I know he's hard to cover, though.
That hit. I understand he's hard to cover.
I know.
but like you can put your shoulder on him and not lower your head.
If he had
right?
lowered his shoulder, he still would have brought him down.
Like I'm
not-
usually an advocate and defend defensive players, but that kind of seemed dirty to me.
And that's a great defensive hit. If he goes low,
Oh no, like if it was like 10 years ago, it'd be like, oh my god, a great hit.
I
knocked
wouldn't
him
say
out of
it's
the
a
game.
great defensive hit. He
That's-
could have done it.
that's
better.
a great play. If
He could have put his shoulder onto it.
If he
could've
goes
put his shoulder
low,
onto it,
that's
dude.
Gronk's legs. If you go high, you can't tackle Gronk.
Gronk's not catching the ball. Like, just lower your shoulder and hit him. I don't think he was going to catch that ball.
You don't think so? Do you
No.
take
No.
that risk?
No.
No,
In the
I don't
AFC
think he's
Championship,
catching that
So,
ball.
so you go and hit the guy in the head just because you don't want to take a risk? I wouldn't like that if it was any player. Like, I'm not going to, like, if that was on the other side, I don't want to see, like, Ertz get hit in the head like that. I wouldn't go, oh, great play, and he's down with a concussion. Like, I'd be like, no, come on, lower with your shoulder. Why are you hitting people in the head? It's just a game.
Yeah.
Concussions are serious. Like,
Concussions
don't do it.
are serious.
They're
Dude,
super
and
serious.
Gronk's gonna start reciting like Shakespeare if you don't
It's
stop.
horrifying.
Yeah.
I don't want him
Dude,
being
wait
smart.
till he gains consciousness and then realizes how big he is, and he can recite Shakespeare.
I don't want him to go to Harvard. I want him to keep playing football.
He'd be like the largest specimen of humanity who's like also like hyper intelligent.
But I do think I think this game is going to come down to our secondary versus their receiving core.
I think that most
do.
it does come down to that, but remember they do have a really solid backfield. I think
No, I
that
know.
I think that you could probably run a similar game plan to what you did against Jacksonville in like the
Exactly.
second half,
Exactly.
and then it could be effective.
That's what I think is gonna
if
happen.
you're the Patriots.
But I bet the Eagles have adjusted for
So
that.
yeah, stopping the run game, making plays against the young and fast defense. We've seen this defense 3 times in the last 3 Super Bowls that the Patriots have played too.
Yeah.
Because the Falcons play pretty similar. They're very fast, very young. They play a lot of cover 4. The Seahawks were all cover 4 in Super Bowl 49. And of all the teams that can actually play cover 4, it's probably Philadelphia because they have a really good pass rush and their corners are just fast. They have fast guys.
How do you prepare for the Patriots offense? Like, what do you do?
You tell your D line.
You have to try to shut down the if the Patriots had Edelman, this game wouldn't even be close.
Really?
I don't think it'd be close.
If you had Cooks, Amendola,
Edelman, Gronk,
Hogan, Gronk,
Deion Lewis out of the
Deion
backfield,
Lewis,
James White.
Rex Burke. No, man, I'm
Dude,
sorry.
the offense is
if
just
we had
too
one
nasty.
more nasty receiver, this wouldn't even be a fight.
I think the spotlight player for the Patriots. Besides Tom Brady,
You and me talked about this, yeah.
maybe
We did.
I think it's Cameron Fleming, the
Oh,
right
you
tackle.
think so?
I think Cameron Fleming has a huge job because think about this: that pass rush is serious, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And if you can't let Tom get hit more than a few times. Like he had a great game against Jacksonville. I will say I didn't think Cameron Fleming was going to do that well against like
He
Calais.
did amazing.
Yeah, against Jacksonville, only 3 sacks.
I know. If we
That's
can do that
pretty
again,
good.
I'll be very happy.
Oh yeah, and Brandon Graham's really good coming off that edge for Philadelphia. Fletcher Cox knows how to shut down the center, like the middle. Vinny Curry's not too bad. Chris Long, of course, former Patriot, went off the edge. So they got a couple good pass rushers, and the interior of that defensive line's pretty solid too. I think the only problems you run into when it comes to Philly is that I don't think their linebackers are as good because Jordan Hicks. Nigel Bradham's good; he stepped up, but he's not Jordan Hicks, and I don't know. Michael Kendricks is okay.
His
not that
speed
great.
to cover.
He can cover, yeah.
Oh, we need
So can
speed
Cal.
against y'all.
He kind of reminds me of like Cal Van Noy a little bit for some reason. Like they kind of like play similar, but Van Noy's more of a run stop guy. And, like they just look similar to me at least. And then Michael Kendrick's more of a cover guy, but he's fast.
I'm fascinated to see what happens with the running backs this week or next in the Super Bowl.
Who do you think Who do you think has the biggest impact for the Eagles besides the quarterback? We're just gonna go outside of quarterbacks here.
Okay,
entirely.
outside of Ertz.
Like you think it's Zach Ertz?
Yeah, the dude is really hard to cover. He's big. He's a big guy. Makes catches.
They have Gronk to cover all week.
I
in
know,
practice.
but we're talking about the Eagles right now.
I know.
Think it's Ertz.
I know.
I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna say the whole D line.
You said the defensive line for the
Defensive
Eagles
line
is on
first
spotlight.
unit, second unit. We win the game because of the D line.
I can see where you're going with that, but Brady gets the ball out so fast. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not like the 07 team where they hold on to the ball and throw deep anymore. Like the deep option doesn't happen often. It's a lot more quick, especially to start off the game. The Patriots, they wear out your defensive line, but if they can get after Tom, like Von Miller-esque, you have to really hope.
It could be on the safeties. Honestly, I feel like the safeties. Need
Like
to
Malcolm
really play
Jenkins ain't
great.
bad though.
No.
That the defense is obviously tasked with a large. It's a large plate.
But they can do it. I think.
Oh yeah.
We've had a
can
strip
do it.
sack every game in this playoffs. We need another one to win the Super Bowl.
I could agree with that.
Turnovers are the name of the game, but as far as turnovers go, the Patriots are the best in the league at protecting the ball.
Yeah,
why
we still have some. We've
A few here and there.
the Falcons.
Brady's not gonna throw a pick, so we need the D line to get a strip sack or strip a running back, but more realistically, a drop back pass, somebody to get a hand in there. Maybe Chris Long. That's what he's known for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poke the ball out of Brady's hand. That's what we need. That's the momentum. That's gonna get.
Who do you think the Patriots have to spotlight though? Like outside of Tom, you know what I mean? Like really, who really?
Can I go outside of Gronk too? Gronk
Yeah,
is.
that's fine.
I'm not gonna pick Gronk. I'm gonna say Cooks.
You think Brandon Cooks has his big game? He
He
had a big game against Jacksonville. He had 100 yards.
He's had lots of big games, lots of big quiet games,
Oh,
but
yeah.
still big games.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver.
I know he's a 1,000-yard receiver. I think Cooks is gonna. I think he's gonna burn people. I don't know. I just have a feeling that he's gonna do something. He's gonna get a big one in this game. I don't know, but I feel like I need to go a little more obscure. I think. Who did I pick? I picked somebody that was gonna. Oh, I said Philip Dorsett.
Yeah, you said it was going to be an unknown guy.
Yeah, like it's
who
always
hasn't
been.
played much this year.
James White was like that with the Falcons. He played and he did good things that season
during the season, but he wasn't a major factor.
No, James White, and then the year before that was Malcolm Butler. I think it's gonna be Philip Dorsett. I think Philip Dorsett.
Philip
I'm
Dorsett
gonna call
Philip
Philip Dorsett to make big plays. He's been there all season.
Yeah,
He
I
knows the
think
system.
I could see it.
I could totally see it. I could see the Eagles not covering for him correctly.
Outside of Brady and Gronk, I think the person who can have the biggest game and be like that MVP caliber guy, like for real, is Danny Amendola.
Amendola.
I think it's Amendola, and if it's not Amendola, it's gonna be like Deion Lewis.
Yeah. I mean, James White's still a beast.
Oh, I know. He comes on in the playoffs.
See, that's the thing about the Patriots. You never know.
You really
The
don't.
Eagles don't know. They're sitting up right
It's
now.
gonna be some guy who used to work at like a Kmart, stocking the shelves.
the Eagles
and
coaching
then
staff
found out that he had really good hands and would catch like turkeys from across the store.
Yeah, Bill Belichick was getting something at like the grocery store and he
and
saw
saw
the
him
dude
catch a turkey or
catch
something.
a turkey and he went, you come with me.
Yeah, you're gonna go out there. You're gonna play safety.
You're gonna play safety. You're gonna get pick. And you're gonna
stop Nick Foles
from winning the Super Bowl. Like it's that kind of thing. But I'm just picturing the Phillies coaching staff with like a wall of like photos and like lines and trying to figure out.
It's like the red
the
red thread
going everywhere,
place,
trying to figure out who they're gonna bring out as the X factor, man.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be fun. I think I should put like a chart up in the studio here for everybody who just walks in, and then like put like a stick, like put your name on the chart. It's like, all right, who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Take my whiteboard down or something like that, and then say like, who do you have winning the Super Bowl? It's gonna be the Eagles and like Patriots, obviously. Print something out. It'll be fun.
It would.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, comment on the Ryan Sport Facebook page who you think's gonna win the Super Bowl and why. Like, give us a score at the very least. Because I know all I've been seeing on Facebook is like Ray going like, "Fly Eagles, fly! Fly Eagles, fly!" And yeah, I mean they got the Super Bowl. It looks like 39 matchup though to me.
Oh, I kind of wish they had Carson Wentz, so that game would be.
Oh, it'd be a better game. That's why I went to Minnesota, because I thought the quarterback matchup would have been better. I thought there was more explosiveness coming out of.
I'm so fast.
Minnesota.
I mean, we are gonna beat this to death, but I'm so interested to see how Nick Foles plays.
Oh yeah,
it's so down.
It's all relying on him, because if Nick Foles, like I said, if he does well, they have a chance. If he does exceedingly well, there's still a chance. But if he sucks, it's game.
Yeah,
there's no way that the defense holds Tom for 4 quarters.
Like Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan. I mean, they balled. And that's why they had a chance.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't scored big all playoffs, have y'all? Correct me if I'm wrong, but
we scored 35 against. Well, it was more than 35, wasn't it?
It was 30-something against Tennessee. They're not
against
a very
Tennessee.
good team.
Okay, yeah.
And we scored 24 against Jacksonville,
which is like one of the best defenses in the league.
And the best passing defense.
I mean, I don't care. A win's a win. I mean, yeah, you guys destroyed Minnesota, but like, I mean,
I'd rather you guys pop off against Minnesota.
Yeah, we talked about it. We were watching you guys blow up Minnesota, and we went, "Oh, good thing they're doing this now." We said that.
I sat there and watched the whole game.
I did. We watched the whole game.
We watched the whole game over some steaks and dilly and and we just watched it because I wanted to see. We both really did want to see.
We did want to see because you
like what we're looking at, like what's going on, like. Who has?
And you know what I saw? I saw a really balanced team. Yeah. I did. Like you guys are super balanced. Y'all did things good.
If Nick Foles has a game, you guys have a really good shot.
You guys didn't do anything like amazing, but you did everything good. That's kind of how the Patriots are too. Like good at everything. That's what wins games. It might not be the most flashy thing in the world sometimes, but being good at everything wins games. I mean, you guys are good at everything.
I think Nick Foles is confident. And he's confident.
Oh no, I don't disagree with you there at all.
No, I'm saying flip a coin. I don't know. He's never been in a situation like this. He could go out there and he could ball, or he could go out there and be like.
What do you think, Yves?
I think like Carson got hurt against LA, let us still win. He came back against the Giants next week, 4 touchdowns. It was chatter about starting the backup quarterback, starting Nate. He had 2 bad games. Gets the bye week, comes and plays Atlanta. It's an okay game. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. It was okay. He gets confidence. Comes in, blows out Minnesota. One of the best defense in the league, top 3. That's confidence. A couple years ago, he was confident, 27-2. We have the same Nick Foles back. Maybe not 27-2, but this is a great.
I will say, I don't think confidence matters against the Patriots. Do you know why? Because like the last 4 major opponents we've had in the playoffs have been super confident, cocky, walking in, and they've all lost. Falcons were super confident, cocky. The Legion of Boom.
I don't think the Falcons were cocky.
I don't know. I wouldn't say cocky, but they were very confident.
Of course, they prepared and they were ready to ball. They went out and balled.
They really did.
They just got gassed.
Yeah.
I think it's a question of can the Eagles
play?
play?
Do you think the Eagles expend all their energy in like the first quarter?
Can they play all 4 quarters?
We have the depth.
Depth.
We run 4 running backs. We run 2 sets of D lines. We run an O line. Put backups in.
That's the thing. I would say of all the weaknesses that Philly does have right now. I mean, outside of obviously quarterback, because we just don't know.
X factor.
Yeah, the X factor for the Philadelphia Eagles right now is the offensive line, because you don't have Jason Peters. The offensive line looks a little banged up. I mean, they played well last game.
True.
It's a little banged up. It's not the same. It's not the same offensive line. And besides Lane Johnson, not that great.
The thing is, when you play against the Patriots, I feel like a lot of teams put their cards all on the table in the first half. And then Belichick and Patricia.
They're the best second half team in football.
They just go into the locker room and they adjust and they come out and it's like another ball game. And at that point, you've already played all your cards and there's nothing you can do. So I don't know. I don't know if Philly can do that. But you got to play both halves and you have to mix it up in the second half because you know Bill Belichick's going to mix it up in the second half. That's my only thing.
I think although we are injured, I think we do have the depth to go with you guys.
Oh yeah, that's also the thing. There's a ton of injuries for Philly.
Yeah, we lost a linebacker, backup linebacker, quarterback, left tackle.
Running back.
And Sproles is a weapon. He's not really running back.
That was like terrible. I remember seeing the replay of when he like tore his ACL and broke his arm on the same play.
Bad.
That sucks.
But you got Jay and you got
I mean, Jay Ajayi's pretty good.
Corey Clement, Blunt, Smallwood.
Blunt's good,
Barner.
but I mean, from what we've seen out of Blunt in the Super Bowl is that he's just not that great.
We saw that in the Super Bowl.
He's underutilized in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl,
at the least.
He's not great.
That was for y'all because y'all throw it on every down. We're not
No,
going to be.
no, but we tried to run the ball a lot.
I mean, 52 times.
No, but in the first half of both those games, we tried to run the ball a lot, and it just wasn't working with him.
We're not going to have 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 1, and drop back in shotgun. Blunt get in the game.
Oh no, I
off.
have complete faith that you guys have a good running game.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying though that LeGarrette Blunt
and in this season as well he didn't play that much, honestly.
He played fine, but like my point is like we're just talking about LeGarrette Blunt. Like in the Super Bowl, like we've watched him now for several years, and we've gone to the Super Bowl, and he just has not been a huge factor in the Super Bowl.
But y'all aren't a run first team to begin with.
No, I know, but still, he's still. I mean, like last year he had the most touchdowns of any running back, correct?
Yeah, he led the league with touchdowns with 18.
I mean, Belichick likes
had
to run the ball.
1,000-yard season.
Belichick likes to run the ball, but if it's not working, they'll throw it, and that's usually what happens, right? When we're down, we just start chucking the ball, and it works.
That's smart though. If you're like I say, if it's 3rd and 2, and you have Brady. Yeah, Brady pass the ball. But if it's 3rd and 2, Blunt get in the game. Nick Foles shouldn't be in the shotgun for 3rd and 2. Get the ball to LeGarrette Blunt. That's just smart coaching.
I mean, well, running though is also dictated, I feel like, a lot by how the game is going, right? I mean, if you give Blunt the ball 3 or 4 times on 3 and 2 and he can't get it done, what do, right? I guess you go to Jay, right? You go to Jay Ajayi and hope he can do it.
Ajayi's good.
He is. He's great. He's great. Let's not undersell him. He's amazing.
He's definitely worth the 4th round pick that you guys gave up.
God.
That was robbery.
Yeah.
That was robbery. Oh, we didn't like it the way he was in the locker room. It wasn't him. It was the coach. I bet you. Because I don't know. I've heard anything about J.J. being a bad teammate.
Any team that signs Jay Cutler just has bad coaching to begin with. That's bad.
I mean, that's just bad everything.
That's bad ownership. That's just a bad decision.
That's just bad everything. remember when they made the playoffs last season and they made 6-10 this year?
Oh my God.
I mean, they beat us once.
In Miami, we always lose Miami.
Miami is tough, and those uniforms are pretty nice.
They were nice. Brady, for whatever reason, he can't play in Florida. He doesn't play well in Florida.
Yeah,
you look at him every time. Like
I mean, unless it's in Jacksonville, we never lost to the Jaguars. That's the only team we have never lost to.
But I've just noticed like this year he didn't play well in Florida.
Oh no, because the Dolphins' defense is just they're very good. Their defense is very good, at least in the front 7.
True.
Like Cameron Wake, Ndamukong Suh, Andre Branch isn't bad. They've had a pretty good defense. Kiko Alonso isn't bad either when he's healthy. So I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel about the Miami Dolphins, but their offense is god awful, just terrible.
Not with Tannehill. He's okay.
Yeah, he's like barely average.
You think so?
Yeah, I put him at like 18 on my rank of 32 quarterbacks, maybe.
Think he's top 15?
No.
Who, Tannehill?
No.
Wait, who'd you say? I kind of blanked for a second.
We're talking about Ryan Tannehill. I don't think he's
Tannehill.
He's not in the top 15.
Just said no. I wouldn't. I don't think.
No, I mean, you have Tom, you have your Rodgers, you have Breeze, Roethlisberger, Matt Ryan,
Stafford.
I'm gonna go out of order.
No, I know. But Matthew
Stafford.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, of course.
Dak Prescott. I still take back Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Dak Prescott. I mean, heck, I'd put Deshaun Watson above
Kirk
Ryan
Cousins.
Tannehill. Yeah, Kirk Cousins for sure.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco,
If Flacco's
Andy Dalton. I'd put him above.
AJ Green. Not AJ Green. Dalton.
Oh, Garoppolo, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Dalton already.
You
We
said
have
Dalton?
2 more quarterbacks.
I'm sorry.
No,
You say Joe Flacco and Andy Dalton are better than Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
This is madness.
What?
Dude, I mean, Flacco's got a ring at the very least,
does
and
have a ring.
at least Dalton can like win games.
Dalton can throw it to
Dalton
AJ
has gone to
Green.
the playoffs way more than Tannehill.
He hasn't won a game.
We still need 2 more
Yeah, but-
quarterbacks, by the way.
Who else we got?
Jared Goff.
I still take Jared
Yeah,
Goff.
Goff. Yeah, Goff.
Jared Goff. I'd take Jared Goff.
AJ Manuel. You can't give me
Case
15
Keenum.
quarterbacks.
Case Keenum.
I'd take all those guys.
I would take
over
Case
Tannehill.
Keenum over Tannehill.
Yeah, I would too.
If Tannehill's in that game, we don't beat Minnesota. We forgot Wilson too, so I guess I kind of lost the argument. But
Wait, what? What's your argument?
Tannehill's not top 15. So we got Russell Wilson. So
Oh, no, we put him in there.
Oh,
He
you
was in
did?
there. Yeah.
Okay, but
There's so many people I'd put above Tannehill. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
That was just 15 off the
know.
top of our heads.
I can't see it. I can't see Dalton and Flacco.
He's just
over
not good,
Tannehill.
man. He's not good. How do you think it feels being a Dolphins fan?
I mean,
Against the Patriots
you
twice a year.
said Dalton's never won a playoff game. Neither has Tannehill. Like I'm just saying. Like,
that's
Tannehill.
true.
I mean, Matt Moore played in that playoff game that they weren't too.
Oh my gosh, he did,
He
didn't
didn't
he?
even play in the game.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
He's always hurt.
Yeah.
That's kind of important when you're a quarterback.
It's kind of a big deal, man.
When you can play or not.
Well, that's the end of our show, guys. Thank you very much for stepping in here. We have a show, of course, next week. We're going to talk about a lot more things regarding the Super Bowl. Thank you, Yves, for joining us, and I'll be seeing you again next week, Sam.
Yep.
She's popping in at the very end to take some pictures, of course. We mentioned you a couple times during the stream. And, yeah, my name's Tristan Rines. You've been listening to Radio Free Radford, an affiliate of Highlander Student Media. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week.